Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your quarter 4 reading for 2021. This is going to be for October to December of 2021. We're going to jump right in here, Aries, and we are going to see what is coming in for you in your general, just in general, for the next quarter in this first row. Then we're going to look at anything unexpected that's coming in for you in your second row. And then we're going to look at any advice from your guides in your last row. I'm also going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end. If you don't have questions, that's fine. I'm going to put all 3 cards together, and you can just, speaking of 3 cards, I'm going to take all 3, because I pulled 3, as I said that, you're getting a lot of double cards. The cards are really coming out for you, Aries. But anyway, I'm going to put all 3 together, and it'll just be whatever, whatever comes up generally. But did I say Libra? Aries. This is for Aries, so ignore whatever I said at the beginning of the reading. But Aries, let's see here. It's really funny. Almost every single sign has had either the 4 swords or the star or something similar in this last row, and you have both. So that's very interesting for the end of the year here. In your first row here for the, what's coming in for you in general, you have this "It Is What It Is" card. Kind of just says it is what it is, so boring. Next, you have this Awakening Genius card as well. We definitely see good things coming in for you here in this first row. You have the King of Wands, Knight of Wands, with the 2 of Swords and the Page of Cups. This is a very dreamy energy to me here, Aries. It could say you're having some sort of idea, or you are kind of looking at new lands, which comes up for you quite frequently. For a lot of you, I always get the same words popping into my head for you, where it's like, I feel like there's something that would like make you happier to be doing as far as a job or a business is concerned. It's like maybe you always had an interest when you were younger. It could be in anything, right? And it's almost like this, I see like this circle. I feel like there's like an interest that's coming back up inside of you. Could be something you were interested in high school, or when you were a child. But it does feel like from the past here, this interest. But again, I feel like it's just, some sort of like career opportunity. Even if you're retired, it could just be like a project that you become interested in, or like a hobby, something you want to work on. And I feel like it would be really good for you with this Awakening the Genius card. You have the King of Wands, the 2 of Swords with the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Cups here. Again, the 2 of Swords, she has this new land behind her, and she needs to go to that new land because it's somewhere she has never been before. She needs to go on the adventure with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is guided by his desires. So I literally feel, it's clear as day to me, Aries, that for a lot of you, I feel like this King of Wands is just you. I feel like you have, and I feel like you're coming up in a very strong position. And the other thing I would say is that I feel like this is saying you have very strong desires to make some sort of change. For a lot of you, I feel this will be in work or career. You do have this Page of Cups here. It's kind of weird. I feel for some of you, this could be worries about family, for example, which also always comes up for you. You always get the 10 of Cups in your readings, and you always have something weird around it. I've noticed. Just go back to some of your past readings. It's always like this. You have the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups here, but you have it came out with the 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles, and you have the 3 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. It's like this sense of loneliness I get here. It's kind of weird. For some of you, I feel like maybe you have a family and you're like worried that like maybe you are thinking, I'm going to go back to school because I'm really interested in whatever you're interested in. And it's like you could be worried that it's going to affect your family. A very valid concern. I totally understand here, Aries. And what I would say is I feel like you're going to end up in a much better position on the other side. It's like this reading is saying that something is worth the sacrifice. I don't even think it's going to be that much of a sacrifice. I feel like things are actually going to be a lot easier than you realize. So if you're doing something to better yourself, at this time, I would definitely do it, Aries, because, again, I feel like there are going to be just major benefits here. For others, it could be a different situation, like maybe you're divorced and you're thinking about moving, or you would have to move to get this new position, or whatever the case may be. Again, I do feel that things will kind of like work out a lot better than you think in this situation, and it's probably going to be a lot easier than you think as well. And by the way, I do feel like there could be love coming in for you here, but again, it's kind of showing up here, so I'm going to talk about it over here. But you do have the Ace of Wands here. Again, strong desire. I love the Ace of Wands because the Ace of Wands to me is the spark. It is just like that, I always say it's just that like one thing we need. I don't really consider it to be a card of hope, but I kind of do at the same time. To me, it's a glimmer of hope because it's like sometimes we could be wanting to start something, like going back to school, or we want to get into a business, or maybe we want to start a relationship, and it's like we're like waiting for something. The Ace of Wands is a thing that you're waiting for. It is, maybe you need money. It could be like an opportunity to get a scholarship, or it could be something, So I feel like there's like an opportunity coming in for you off that Ace of Wands. But it's going to be something that kind of like pushes you closer to your goal. That's like the feeling I get off the Ace of Wands. That's not traditionally what the Ace of Wands represents, but that's what I'm getting. I see the Ace of Wands as more of a goal for you here, Aries, because the King is holding on to the wand on the Ace of Wands, and so is the Knight of Wands as well. It's like it's almost like you're going towards that wand, if that makes sense. With the Knight of Wands and the Two of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords. Damn. Aries, your readings have been amazing lately. And definitely shaping up to be very, very successful. Two aces to me is a yes to any question that I don't answer. Ace of Swords is a victory. It is also a sacrifice. Like I was saying, I said this earlier. It's almost like you have some sort of sacrifice to make, or there could be a sacrifice you're making. But again, there's two sides on the sword, right? The sword basically cuts both ways. And not only that, there's a palm frond on one side, olive branch on other. There's a couple ways to read this. Number one, the olive branch could represent an offer of peace. It can also represent abundance. The palm frond can represent sacrifice. Palm fronds in tarot represent making a sacrifice. But they also represent like being able to do something under difficult conditions. Palm trees grow in the desert, right? They can survive through the desert. The Knight of Wands is wandering through the desert here. So I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like saying you're a lot more resourceful, Nine of Pentacles, than you realize, and you're going to be able to get through something a lot easier than you realize as well. I like where this is going. With the Page of Cups here, you have the Seven of Swords. I would be careful of any like liars, cheaters, stealers from the past. For sure. You have this Truth Be Told card here. For some of you, I'm wondering if you're dealing with a person and it's like you already know the truth. I feel for some of you, I would like trust what you're seeing here, Aries, for sure. Especially in a relationship. Like you might be dealing with a person. Could be like, I kind of get this like on again, off again thing popping into my head. But I feel like this person does things where it's like, it's not right. So I would just trust those feelings. For others, Seven of Swords says don't try to do things on your own. It kind of says people want to help you, Ten of Cups right here. And Seven of Swords is a card of the lone wolf, and it just says you don't have to do everything on your own. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have the pleasure card here. So I feel like there could be unexpected pleasure coming in for you here, Aries. I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you. For some of you, I feel like it's like a vacation. Literally, as I was pulling the cards, I put this card down, and the word that popped into my head was vacation or something like that. You don't really have any other cards here that would represent that other than the star card here, but again, some of you could be going on a vacation or something like that. You have the Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles here. Damn. Aries, all those cards wanted to come out. The Ten of Swords is about needing to realize that something is like dead, done, over with. I would be careful of like anything that is stealing your energy as well. It's like how I feel about past relationships. For the most part, I feel like we need to completely remove our energy from past relationships. Even if you want the person back, it's like you can't get them back as the same person anyway. So it's like you might as well completely remove your energy. Plus, if you're giving them free energy, then there's no reason for them to come back. They're getting free energy by you paying attention, right? So I do feel for some of you, this is about completely cutting something off here. For some of you, I do feel it could be a past relationship. That's why I'm saying that. For others, I just feel it could just be things that no longer serve you that you need to let go of. For some of you, I feel like I get just more mosquito bites, I get more like annoyances. I almost feel, the word mosquitoes popped into my head for whatever reason, I don't know. And when I was looking at that Ten of Swords, but I was seeing it more like, I don't know if you've ever like been camping or if you've been sleeping at night and you get bit by a mosquito like while you're sleeping and you're like, how the hell did a mosquito get in here? That is popping into my head for some reason, but I feel like it's more minor annoyances. I feel like some of you, it's like you could have a job or a business, where it's just like little tiny little things are starting to bother you, I almost feel like that's a clue that it's time to expand. Especially with this star card, I'm seeing the star card in your reading as more expansion. It is a card of hope, renewal. Again, we're going to talk about this because every single sign has had either the star or the four swords in this last row. But for you, Aries, I'm seeing it more as you like needing to expand or wanting to expand. Sometimes I think when the universe is like, hey, it's time for you to grow. It's time for you to take your business to the next level. It's time for you to take this relationship to the next level. It's like we can start to get tiny little annoyances popping up in our life, and it's not to annoy you, it's to like get you to go in a direction. That's how I'm seeing that Ten of Swords. You have the Ten of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles here as well. I do feel like there's a lot of happiness coming in for you here. Four of Pentacles, a lot of stability with that Ten of Cups as well. Three of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Again, I feel some of you could be walking away from a situation in love that no longer serves you, so that would be good. Boom, Lovers popping out there as well, Aries. I don't take pop outs, but it is interesting. I said love, and the Lovers pops out. So let's see where this is going for you, Aries. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Nine of Swords. Again, I feel like you need to let go of something that has a hold on you mentally. Like there's some sort of mental anguish. Yeah, Two of Swords as well. Two of Swords can also represent mental anguish. Two of Swords, I do feel like some of you need to make peace with something. With the Ten of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles, you have the Temperance card here. I feel like you have been very patient. I feel like you have been trying to fix a situation. I feel, for those of you, by the way, that have been like trying to fix a relationship, maybe you've been working with another person, maybe you've been going to therapy or whatever. I feel for some of you, it's like they're not pulling their weight. And, I feel like they're not doing anything here. It could be a Gemini that you're dealing with because that Lover card popped out here. So it could be a Gemini or an air sign. You have Aquarius here as well. That obviously is only going to be for some of you. But again, if you've been trying to fix something and they're not pulling their weight, maybe it's time to free yourself from that. For others, again, I feel like it's going to be a surprise. Like what's unexpected is how quickly you are going to be making moves towards a bigger dream or a bigger goal. With the Three of Swords and Nine of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Pentacles twice here. Definitely, whenever a card repeats itself, I always say it's like the universe is saying, I meant what I said. But the Eight of Pentacles is a card of hard work. It's a card of focused work as well. And pretty much every single sign as well at the end of the year here has had some cards that would really represent focus and focused work and deliberate, kind of like more deliberate action. I think there are times where we can just kind of like work on whatever. We can work on whatever feels good. We can work on whatever we want to work on. And then I think there are times where more focused, deliberate, kind of work is maybe more highlighted or maybe it's more rewarded, whatever, right? So I feel that for a lot of you, like whatever you're trying to work on, I would just say work on it and make it your focus. I feel like you could accomplish a lot, between now and the end of the year. Finally, you have in the area of advice from your guides, you have this Truth Be Told card here. I kind of am seeing this as you becoming more authentic. For some of you, I don't really think it's a truth coming out or anything like that. Like I said, some of you could be dealing with a person over here. But again, I feel like whatever you're dealing with here, I wouldn't really say they're a liar, cheater, stealer. They could be. But I would just say that they're, I feel like they have a lot of red flags. Let's put it that way. So if you're dealing with a person with red flags, I would just get rid of them, plain and simple. With this card here, I feel like it's more about you becoming more authentic. And what I mean by that is I feel like you're just kind of more out there. It's like, I feel like you're showing people who you really are. And this is going to be a good thing because it's just going to cause you to grow. It's going to attract the right people. It's almost like I feel like you're not caring so much about what people think of you in a good way, and that's just going to be good. You have the Four of Swords, the Star, and the Nine of Wands here. Every single sign has had the Four of Swords or the Star in this row. And I just feel like the universe is saying, hey, next year you're going to be a lot busier. So, save your energy, heal anything that needs to be healed. Make sure to rest, relax, recover, all that other good stuff as well. Make sure to set healthy boundaries as well. For some of you, I do feel like you have to set boundaries with people in your life, and for some of you this could be family members, so it would be a good time to do that. But I see like a lot of hope and a lot of healing here for you, Aries. So let's dig into this. With the Four of Swords, you have the Judgment card here. Judgment is a card of waking up and answering. I feel like you're almost answering your calling, like your true purpose. Remember what I was saying at the beginning of the reading? It's almost like you're kind of, some of you could be going back to something that you've wanted to do since you were a child. I feel like you're answering your inner calling for your your purpose, whatever the hell that means, right? With the star, you have the Three of Cups, definitely a celebration coming in for you. I feel like there are going to be a lot of reasons to celebrate. I also see you being more, I feel like you feel more guided. The Three of Cups, these can represent the three muses, and the three muses are like things that could inspire you to action. And I feel like you're feeling very inspired, mostly because of these two cards here. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, both represent inspiration. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Page of Wands, ready for a new beginning. I feel for a lot of you, this is just saying that you are kind of moving towards a new beginning that is going to make you very happy. For those of you looking for love, I don't know, I see you more healing yourself. I do feel like love is always available to us. Ten of Cups is a card of dating. If you want love, I mean, Ten of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles literally just says date. Eight of Pentacles. Sorry, my allergies are bonkers as usual today, so sorry about the voice here, but Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, it's like literally just like do the work, and you know, love will be available to you, but it's not going to just like magically appear on the couch next to you. So I would like get out there, put yourself out there, try to talk to people, you know, all that other good stuff, and that will probably lead to love. But we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now, Leo. Aries, what the hell is wrong with me today? Sorry, Aries. And we're going to do 1, 2, and 3 here, Aries. So feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your 3 questions. If you don't have 3 questions as well, that's fine. I'm going to put them all together. But for question number 1, Aries, you have the Hermit. I would say yes. I almost feel like you've earned this. I feel like that's what I feel like saying. I feel like you've earned something. So I would say yes. For question number 2, I'd say yes. 9 of Cups, make a wish. And so yes. And for question number 3, 6 of Wands, I would say yes. 6 of Wands, the card of success. Again, this kind of goes into you getting more attention as well. You have the Star here. A couple of signs have had a lot of cards of attention. 6 of Wands to me is a card of attention. The 9 of Wands is a card of recognition and achievement. To me, it just represents getting more attention, or it could, you know, it can represent getting attention. So I feel like there's positive attention coming in for you as well. But all in all, pretty good reading. I feel like things are going to go well for you, Aries. So thank you for being here, Aries. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy the rest of your year.